from the girls.
The gang's all here. This is literally me. I'm so sleepy. And I'm going night night. This is
It,
darkness.
it does look like you. Love it. Love it. Love
Hello
it.
from the
Okay.
girls, the stuffies.
All the girls are here. Give us a graduation update. How long until you graduate?
I graduate on the 9th, or I finish school. I'm like completed on the 9th of December. So that's
Mm,
like 3 weeks, right?
Pop off.
1, 2, 3 is the fourth. So yeah, I'm under a month, baby.
Pop off. And you have the dress. The dress is incredible.
Yes, I got my cap and gown yesterday in the
Wow.
mail. Yeah.
Wow.
Also, how cheap it was, I like cheaply made it was. I was kind of disappointed because I spent $15 in shipping and the company is like we could have drove and picked it up. And I was like, wow, could have purchased this one on Amazon. But I did really want the embroidery of like the college. I did like that. It
Yeah.
has like
You'll
the
keep
embroidery.
that. That'll be a keepsake.
Yeah, unless somebody wants to get it on Facebook Marketplace, if you guys need it in the spring.
Unless somebody wants to pay good money for it.
I got you.
It can be bought. No, I know what you mean. I still have my white coat from nurse practitioner school with
That's so
Vanderbilt
special. Yes.
logo, but I mean, I would never, for me and my house, I would never wear a white coat anywhere. But
You don't have to, right? Like
oh
in
goodness, no, I don't. I honestly think that it probably would make doctors mad.
Yeah. My aunt like is a dietitian,
Hmm.
nutritionist, and she mainly works with postpartum moms, and
Cool.
she literally wears her lab coat like, and she'll have her workout like sports bra. She's like a Lululemon BB girly,
Hmm.
and she will wear her little white coat and then she'll take it off and like go work out. She's hilarious
Okay.
though.
I don't know any nurse practitioners that wear white coats.
Yeah, she's not an MP. She's definitely not that. I don't think.
But yeah, I have it. I don't know. I've kept it this long, 5 years. I might keep it forever. I don't know. It's just like, I'm sure it was probably $200 or $300 that I didn't have, but they made us get it. They forced us.
Right. Does it have like your name embroidered or anything? Or
I don't know. You know what? For the next pod, I'll find it and I'll try it
yeah.
on.
You should do like a shadow box of like all of your like nurse school memorabilia. That would be cute.
Maybe. I don't want to remember
She's not
most
doing
of
it.
it. I don't want to remember it, to be honest. A part of my life is
Maybe.
maybe not. Maybe not. Probably not. But yeah, I'll find it and look at it and we'll see if I can fit into it. Because when I was in nurse practitioner school, I was like 30 pounds. No, no, not 30 pounds. Probably 20 pounds skinnier than I am now. So we'll see.
I think
We'll
you
see if
still
I
got
can
it.
fit in it. We'll see. Okay. Another update on the Chromebook situation from last.
Yes. I
So
had my
I
child give
was,
me a number. I was like, I need to know. Like, as soon as like the next day, I was like, I need to know how often, like, how, like a percentage of your day, how often are you on the Chromebook? And she was like, hmm. And she's also a Gemini, very similar to the way that Hannah's described herself as a child. Reminds me so much of my child. And she was like, probably about 40%. And then she like broke it down like per class.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, like I feel better. And I told her truthfully, I was like, that would make me feel kind of weird just sending you to go to school to stare at a computer when you could,
Yes.
be homeschooled and do that here.
Yeah. That made
So
me feel really weird. I haven't had any opportunities to ask any of my patients if they use Chromebooks a lot. I
yeah.
meant to incorporate it, but I forgot. There's been
Hopefully it's better than we were truly spiraling. Like when I was watching it back editing, we just spiraled for like 30 minutes of stress.
because that really stresses me out. Kids on screens all day really, really stresses me out. The thought
Yeah.
of that, and also kids on social media and kids having phones. All three of those things stress me out immensely. And I don't even have any kids.
No, me too.
but they just don't need that. It can't be good when your
No.
brain's developing. It's not good when your brain's already developed, but
Yeah.
there's certain things I just think affect you less or more lightly when all your connections and your synapses are already like created and everything's solidified in there.
Right. Yeah, and we don't mean like it's fine if you have the TV going
Of
in the
course,
background,
whatever.
but like social media, like just like this and doom scrolling as a child is so unnatural. Like
Mhm.
it's not the way, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of safety concerns. It's their health, their well-being. It's also just who they could end up talking to.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
then, the next thing you know, they're mad at you and they're running away and they're with somebody. I don't know. It's terrifying
Yeah.
to me. It's really scary to me.
It's really, I mean, just like that case, like the D4VD guy,
Yeah.
like he's a
Yeah.
prime example.
Gross.
He's still out. He's on Discord, like he's on Instagram. Who
Mhm.
knows how many minors he's grooming right now when
Mhm.
he literally had a minor in his trunk unalive two
Mhm.
months ago. 2 months. Like what?
Mhm.
Yeah, no. I actually made a big move on a parent level and I deleted YouTube off of the iPad this week.
Okay. Was there something that made you do that? Like,
But both of them were just like, well, we don't even want her on it unless she's like looking up how to like solve something on a video game. But
mhm.
she kept kind of falling into, like we had talked about a few weeks ago about watching the kid shows
Yeah.
and just kept falling into that same pattern. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take it off. And I left the YouTube Kids because it is like Blues is set to be almost like a controller for the TV,
Mhm.
but they both were just like opening YouTube. It was like becoming like a knee-jerk reaction. And I don't want them on YouTube because it goes to my account. And
Mhm.
my account is like a mixture of news and politics
You
and
don't want
pop
them messing up
culture.
your algorithm either.
Yeah. Well, it's not even, it's just like I don't know what they're gonna see when they
Yeah.
open it, you know?
I know.
And like it's different on the TV because the TV it does become like it's interesting. YouTube is kind of weird like that where like it it like acclimates to each device. So like YouTube on my phone is like my YouTube. But
Mhm.
then YouTube on the TV is still my account, but it's like acclimated to what Blue watches all the time.
Huh.
And then YouTube on the iPad was starting to acclimate. That's how I kind of caught her, is I was like, what is this? What is that? You know?
Mhm.
He's like, I don't know. And I'm like, well, it's in the watch history. So I'm pretty sure you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just, and I think it's just better because as she's getting older, and also I'd rather her just do a traditional Google search, you know?
Totally.
Like,
And I think I'm not a parent, so I don't know for sure. These are just things I think about.
hmm
Is that kids have needs, and their needs are like emotional security and safety, and physical security and safety, and food and shelter, and socialization, and medicine when they're sick. These are kids' needs. Like
hmm
technology is not a need.
No.
I
Mm-mm.
do think it's fine for them to be exposed to technology, and I totally understand whenever you've got to get something done and like Blue's content watching Miss
Right.
Rachel. Love that. That's great. I mean,
hmm
I don't,
Yeah. Even Miss Rachel has like a mama's working, dad is
yeah,
working. She has like a little segment. And so Blue
yeah,
he'll walk by me, Mom is working.
yeah.
It's
I
so
mean,
cute.
teaching them how to talk and stuff,
hmm
I think it can be really, really useful because I know that there was some issues with children's speech being delayed a lot during COVID with the masks. Like kids really
Yeah,
just it's really vital for them to see like the movements of the mouth and stuff. So I think it's good for them to be exposed to a lot of that, especially I mean, hopefully it's like educational and clean stuff like Miss Rachel or, whatever else is
totally.
educational out there. But yeah, it's not, I mean, I would never demonize somebody for like putting their kid, or even if it's not educational and it's just a show your kid likes and you want them to chill out for a minute so you can chill out for a minute, that's fine too.
Yeah.
I would never ever demonize anything like that at all.
Hmm.
Just like the kids now, they act like technology and internet and web access, they act like it's as essential to them as air. And
Yeah.
I just want them to know that it's not.
No. And they like, even like generations underneath us, like lack communication skills, like just like basic, like not knowing how to handle awkward situations, just like I think you've heard of the Gen Z stare
Oh
when
yeah.
it's like they don't know how to like say something, so they just stare at you.
Mhm.
And I've witnessed it. Both of my siblings, younger siblings, are Gen Z, and I'm like, are you guys like okay? But I think a lot of that is like they were like the first generation that was like very much like chronically online,
Yeah.
especially YouTube, specifically YouTube as like little kids. And that was before even like, I mean, their parents were my parents. So my parents didn't understand YouTube. My mom was scared to have internet until I was in 12th grade. And I was like, Mom, I'm stealing the nursing home's internet. Like, please, I need to finish my homework. Like, I would get really close to my wall. We live next to a nursing home, and I get really close to the wall, as close as I could to steal.
The nursing home had Wi-Fi, but you didn't. Like the old people are on like
Yeah.
Tinder and you're just trying.
I'm just like stealing it.
Well, that's
And
so
we had one computer in the house. So yeah, as like, as we got internet and I moved out of the house, they were on YouTube. They were watching a lot of the vloggers and like, you know, I think it subjected them to a lot of a lack of communication and not really under having those like people skills that you're kind of forced to know.
hmm
So,
hmm.
yeah,
No, I'm familiar also with the Gen Z stare, and it is definitely a thing.
they're zombies.
But, but if you just call the bluff, if you just,
Mhm.
they also can't stand to like be in silence with you.
Yeah.
So they can't stand that. So if you can just call their bluff and like let there hang some silence in between you and a Gen Zer, they will talk.
Absolutely, yeah. I agree.
It's just that I think that there's also a lot of millennials and other generations that also can't let that silence hang there and aren't like comfortable doing that. But
Oh
I'm
yeah.
pretty comfortable doing that, so
I
I
love
can handle
silence.
it.
Like like I can tell when like people's social batteries run out and I'm like I'm cool with sitting in silence with friends or family for hours. Like that's fine. We
Mhm.
can be quiet. We can be loud. I'm gonna match whatever energy you have.
Whatever you want. But if you're just gonna stare at me like that, it's not gonna
Don't
bother
stare at
me.
me in silence. That's fucking like I'll get a restraining order. I don't care if you're my sibling.
You just have to wait it out. They will get uncomfortable and talk. But I'm glad to hear that she's not on the Chromebook as much as we originally thought. That really freaked me out. Like I woke Luis up. Luis was asleep when we got done, and I was like, babe, I think the kids are just go to school and sit on laptops. I'm really scared.
It's like I can't do this right now.
Yeah, he can't really like talk with his CPAP on, and he wasn't gonna entertain me and take it off to have this conversation. So he's just like, like it's okay. Like you can't, he can't because he like if he opens his mouth with the CPAP on, air just blows.
Like a TV show. Like
Yeah,
what?
it's literally crazy. So he's like, it's okay. I was like, okay, all right.
All right, he said it's okay.
But yeah, he wasn't gonna entertain me and take take the CPAP off to talk about it. But anyway.
Anyway,
Education, so much happening in education. So big news from the Department of Education, which I thought that we didn't have a Department of Education anymore.
same.
I
I
thought
thought we didn't have rights.
I thought the Department of Education had been dismantled. So maybe we should do a quick search on that. Was the Department of
Yes. Is
Education
that how they're get how we can't let them keep getting away with this?
dismantled? Well,
Well,
um, ABC News says the Education Department is dismantling.
oh, so it's like actively.
Trump administration, the Washington Post says Trump administration announces dismantling of parts of education department.
Hmm.
And then So that's ABC and Washington Post. Okay, so I guess we don't know if the Department of Education is being dismantled or not, or parts of it, or we can't say for sure what's going on. But they
Mhm.
did make a proposal. So it seems weird to be making big proposals like this if you're about to dismantle, but what the fuck do I know, you know? And
Probably more than them.
their proposal, their proposal is, I've got to refer to my notes. Okay. So, and if I'm not understanding this correctly and you're a listener and you're understanding it with more clarity than I am, please comment so we can
Yeah, drop it in the
chat. Because
comments.
I'm, yeah, I'm just trying to make sense of it as a human being. The Department of Education has proposed to remove the professional designation from these degrees. Start and this if this goes into effect, it would take place in July of 2026 is when the change would take place. And the list of degrees that they don't want to count as professional any longer are education, including teaching master's degrees, nursing with the Master's of Science in Nursing and the Doctorate of Nursing Practice, so MSN and DNP, social work, public health, physician assistant, so PAs. They're very similar to, and not very similar, but they are similar to NPs.
Hmm.
Occupational therapy, physical therapy, audiology, speech language pathology, business masters, counseling and therapy degrees. So, oh yeah, I already said social work.
Hmm.
Many more non-doctoral fields. The degrees that the Department of Education is proposing to label as professional are these. So medicine, MDs would still be considered professional degree.
Hmm.
Osteopathic medicine, which is DOs, so that's just a different type of doctor.
Hmm.
Dentistry, pharmacy, veterinary medicine, optometry, eye doctors, podiatry, foot doctors, chiropractic, that's fucking crazy. Law makes sense.
Hmm.
Theology. So theology is how are you going to say that education is not professional, but theology
This
is?
the study of religion.
Yeah. So only if you're teaching religion are you a professional. If you're teaching science, you're not a professional. But if you're teaching
I'm screaming into the void.
religion, then you're good. And clinical psychology. So if you're a psychologist, they're saying you're a professional. Um, So again, nursing, social work, public health, therapy, business masters, education, not on that list. And so what they're saying is when a degree is deemed to be a professional degree, you can borrow a higher amount of money to be able to get that degree. You can take out a higher amount of federal student loans. So what the Department of Education is basically trying to say, what they're trying to do is make it so that you can't borrow $300,000 to become a nurse practitioner or a physician assistant. And I don't know what the number is. I'm just throwing
Right.
a random number out there
Hmm.
to where you can't borrow this massive amount of money in order to get this degree. And I think they're kind of trying to make it seem like that's good for people that they can't borrow these big amounts of money that they would really never be able to pay back and just like complete transparency. I mean, I think that student loans are very predatory. I don't
Hmm.
think that they're good for most people. Some people, I'm sure it works out great. Um, but I see a lot of people struggling to repay their student loans or being stuck in a job that they absolutely loathe just because
Right.
they're going to be getting student loan repayment. And so I'm not for, getting like huge amounts of student loans unless you're in some special situation where it's going to work out for you.
Right.
Because it just doesn't work out for the majority of people. But I don't think that removing the professional designation from the degree is the answer. I just think that lowering tuition costs would be the answer to that. And I have a list of things that if I'm like no longer going to be considered a professional, what I want. So, number one, I don't want to see one more nurse or teacher get fired for having an OnlyFans.
Period.
I don't want to see it one more time. You've seen it on the news, right? Like
Right.
the teachers who like started it during COVID because they were literally like not making any money and teachers deserve so much better than we give them in this
Oh my
country.
God.
Like, we've said it before, I'll say it a million times over. Teachers get shit on so
Yeah.
bad. I mean, I just watched, I don't know if you saw it on the news. There was a trial going on recently for a teacher to
hmm
get a settlement for some money because was it a 6-year-old?
Yes, I think a first grader
A
and
first
the
grader.
and the aide, and it was like a special needs
Yeah.
child, and the aide continuously told the principal like over
Mhm.
and over again that something was
Yeah.
wrong, and she ignored her.
Yeah, we just saw that case go on where a first grader, and this was a couple years back, it was just now getting to court. A first grader brought a gun to
Yeah.
school and shot their teacher, and the teacher got shot and lived,
hmm
thankfully. But teachers
And
are not
yeah, no.
they're not getting treated well. They're not
No.
getting paid well. And to take away this like professional designation for their master's degrees that they work so hard for, just it really does feel like a slap in the face. So if
Absolutely.
you want to say that they're not professionals, stop holding them to these like pedestal standards. They
hmm
should be if they should be able to have an OnlyFans. Period.
Right.
They should be able to have an OnlyFans and teach your kid. What is the harm in that? I do not understand it.
Yeah, I don't care what they're doing at night, as long as they're not doing it like when they're
Of
watching the
course.
kids. Yeah.
But they're not.
But they're
They're
not.
not.
No, they're so invested. I mean, they spend the majority of their time with our youth. So like they should be getting paid the most.
They should
20
have
kids,
even
my kid's age, every single day for 9 hours is crazy.
if you want them to not have OnlyFans, then you better pay them what they can make on OnlyFans.
Yeah, pay them so they can sleep through the night. Pay them so they can have a summer vacation. Pay them so they can have a weekend and they can go out and do things. They
Yes.
can buy Christmas presents for
Yeah.
their family.
Yeah. Now a teacher having an OnlyFans, I have absolutely zero qualms with. This, I know somebody's going to turn this around and be like, well, what about when teachers sleep with students? Okay, that's a whole nother thing.
Not the same.
We're not saying
And if you don't know how to critical think, that's not our fault. Like, what the
teachers
fuck?
selling nudes, good.
Mhm.
Teachers giving nudes to their students, bad.
Bad.
Like that's it.
People are just weird to like correlate the two
They,
also. Like,
somebody's going to say that though.
huh?
Or,
Yeah. I have to read what I was looking at, but I want you to go through your list. But I have
okay.
to, yeah, I have to read you what I was looking
Okay.
at the removing
Yes.
professionals from.
So, and I've never known any nurses to get fired or have trouble with their licenses for having OnlyFans, but I know it's happened and I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it one more time. Okay. Not
Absolutely not.
let them have their OnlyFans. I never want to be audited again. Do you remember a couple months ago when I went through that audit?
Yeah.
Girl, I don't ever want to be audited again. Okay.
Stress.
And along with that, I don't want to answer to any regulatory or licensing board.
Yeah, if you're not a professional, why are you doing
Hello?
professional
I don't
things?
want to be doing that. I don't want to be drug tested ever.
Oh no, absolutely
No,
not.
don't. It's just annoying. I mean,
hmm
I'm not on drugs, but it's annoying. And
Yeah,
why should I have to do that? I don't want
agreed.
I don't want my patient's records to be subpoenaed.
Agreed.
Do not, if I am not a professional licensure, if I'm just a girl, I don't you dare send me a subpoena for my patient's records. What do you care what I think? What do you care what I write?
Right. I'm not professional enough for this courtroom.
I'm definitely not. Leave me alone. I've said it once, I'll say it again. Leave me alone. Leave me out of it.
Hmm.
Okay?
Hmm.
And then this is the most important one. And this is why I've got my panties in a wad about it. This is really the only reason I've got my panties in a wad about it, is because of how expensive it is to maintain this licensure. Now, going to school, that was a choice, and I paid for that, and I did what I had to do to get through that. That was my choice. But the amount that it costs to keep doing this year after year, so every 2 years you have to renew your license. In order to be able to renew your license, you have to do a certain amount of continuing education. You have to pay to do that.
Wow.
And then for me, being an NP, well, I have to pay to renew an RN license because they make you keep your RN license, and then I have to pay to renew my APRN license, and that's in every state I'm licensed in.
What?
It's so expensive. So I don't want to have to pay.
Whoa. How much do you think you pay like yearly? Because
Well,
think about like, well, I mean, this is obviously what we're thinking about, but like travel nurses, like that are,
yeah, they maintain a lot of licensure.
oh
And
my God,
yeah, no, it costs us a lot of money. I mean,
crazy.
because I mean, I have malpractice insurance, and then I mean, I obviously like I pay my supervising psychiatrist to supervise me. Well, if I'm just a helpless numbwit, why do I have to pay him to do that? Shouldn't the state or somebody pay him to supervise me?
Right.
Why do I have to pay out of my own pocket for that if
Yeah,
I'm
why are you paying if you're
just
not professional?
exactly?
I find it very offensive. I mean, we talked about this, but it's very offensive that it's like the job titles and then the word professional and then they're all very like female dominant
Yes.
careers. It just feels a little shady. Feels a
It
lot
does.
shady.
It does because these are professions where, especially because like nursing, nurse practitioner, um, physician assistant, therapist, what are some other ones? I know that
Teacher.
CRNAs, I know the CRNAs are a part of it as well. Like the people who give you your anesthesia, literally give you your anesthesia when you go into surgery. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Um, what else? Physical therapists. These are careers that allow women to be independent.
Mhm.
They're not the only careers that allow women to be independent because like obviously being a lawyer is still going to be deemed professional. Being a doctor, being a lawyer, being a chiropractor is still going to be deemed.
Yeah.
I mean, I love chiropractors, don't get me wrong, but
I
it's
do.
just
I
like
love a chiropractor.
it's interesting that
Hmm.
like they are and like not somebody who has real science, like super sciencey based education.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
we love chiropractors. And I also love doctors. I love MDs. This is no
Hmm.
hate. This is no hate and no shade toward MDs. I'm with the MDs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Great. But yeah, these professions, a lot of them are professions where a woman could go into them and remain independent and never have to get married.
Right. Yeah.
Not that
Like,
anybody has to get married, but certainly like, you know,
mhm.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, and it's not even like it's not balancing out. So if they're not professions, then let nurses be nurses for free. Let them be if someone's dedicating their whole life to healthcare, the care of others, then why are they paying for the degree in the first place?
Mhm.
That should just be like a civil servant. Like that's
At this point, with where we're at in healthcare, they really should let you go to school to be a nurse for free, really and truly, because
absolutely
it's such a hard, demanding career. Um,
that you're choosing to do. Why do you have
and
to pay for it?
we need like really good nurses. I've talked to a couple of like really good nurses lately. I have a friend who's a nurse who's been a nurse for 16 years. I've been a nurse for 14 years. He's been a nurse for 16 years. And, people are always like, why, asking him, like, why didn't you go back to school? And I'm like, no, if you don't want to go back to school, please don't. Don't
Hmm.
ever do it because you feel pressured to, because We need like really good, experienced nurses. Some people need to stay at the bedside. Like there's people that are
Right.
really, really good at bedside nursing care, and we need them to be there at the bedside with patients, you know? Like
Right.
we can't all just like go and get advanced degrees and go on and be NPs and PA, you know, like
Yeah.
people need to
It's
be.
kind of like a mic. I don't know if that would be considered like a microaggression to look at a man and be like, why are you a nurse and not a doctor? Like the fuck? Why can't they just be a nurse? Like who
Yeah,
cares? Like they're very educated. It's a job. Like
being
hello.
a nurse and being a doctor are so different. I mean, people, I guess
Right.
people just like assume if you can do one, you can do the other. Well, that's not necessarily true, first of all. And
Right.
second of all, just somebody who wants to be a nurse or wants to be a nurse practitioner probably doesn't want to be a doctor. Like, I don't want to be on call at the hospital, spending 24 hours at a time at the hospital.
Yeah.
I have so much admiration for people, for doctors who go through residency and they go through that grueling schedule. I didn't want it, baby. I took the
Mm-mm.
easy, I will say it. Yeah, I took the easy way, sure. I took the way that I didn't have to get $300,000 in student loans and be spending 24 hours at a time at the hospital.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really a place for everybody. There
Yeah.
really is. Like, there's,
Yeah, especially like within hospitals, within the school district, within like you can't, I just don't find it fair, especially in the same department, to exclude nurses from saying they're professional, but a doctor's still professional. They're working in the same facility. Like to exclude, to like take one thing away from, I don't know, it's very like prejudice. Like it just feels off-putting and weird, and something has to counter it if they're just gonna say non-professional. Oh, and that's what I was looking at because I was kind of trying to see like what are the positive spins,
Mhm.
and this is just a general removing professional degrees. So I think what they're trying to say is um with the removal of it more there'll be like more job opportunities because they're going to remove the bachelor's degree requirements and the master degree requirements when people are applying for jobs and base it more off of experience. And I'm not saying this is specifically for any kind of field. There, that's just like the general, but still like,
And that part, the part where you, so they're saying you can't borrow X amount of dollars to
mm-hmm,
get this degree. I'm saying you shouldn't have.
mm-hmm,
That's that's my take is
mm-hmm.
it shouldn't be a can you or can't you.
I agree.
It should be that you are able to work a job, get some FAFSA, get some scholarships, get some financial aid, work a job, and be able to go get a degree.
Right.
You should you should be able to do that. You should not have to take out 50, 60, $70,000
Mm-hmm.
to go and do a field where you're not never going to make the amount of money that it requires to pay that back. Now, I don't think that it should cost as much to go to medical school as it does either, by any
Mm-mm.
means. Not at all. I don't think they should be drowning in student loans either. But I guess what the mindset of this is that they do make enough money to be able to pay their stuff back.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, nurses and nurse practitioners really don't make enough money. I mean, they're just stuck in student loan debt until I mean, I don't know. Um, I don't know how that ends or like I said, I mean, I know a lot of people who are like drowning in it or that are kind of stuck in jobs because they're going to be eventually getting student loan forgiveness if they stay there for a certain amount of time. But
Right.
yeah, so that's my those are my things. Like, okay, if you don't want to designate these degrees as professional degrees, for me personally, for me, Hannah, like I'm okay. But I would like some things in return. You know, I don't
Absolutely.
want to just like, oh, we're taking away this designation, but then you're not taking away any of the standards.
Right. You know what's hilarious to think about too is that people who are teaching for the professional degrees are not professional, giving them professional degrees.
Yeah.
Like it's such a contradiction. Like it doesn't make sense. Like what are you even saying? This just like
But that's why
so
I
offensive.
jotted down in our little like notes here.
Hmm.
Exactly why our notes are diabolical. I wrote, the patriarchy doesn't care about you. Even if you're a pick me girl, they're still gonna dog walk you at the end of the day. So
Bark, bark.
yeah, maybe you're a physical therapist and you're a hot girl and you're smart and you're hot and you're getting it every day. And you're like, oh yeah, I mean, the patriarchy is not that bad. Like it's not that bad. Well, they don't care about you either. They
Yeah,
don't care about you at
no.
all.
Literally anybody that's like on specifically on my pop culture page that's in my comments like laughing at like what's going on right now, it's like you are the problem because like nothing's funny. Like people like care more about your rights than you care about your rights. Like that should be a problem to you, buddy. Like this like Handmaid's Tale that we're walking into, it's not going to be biased because you wear a red hat. Like you're going to be wearing a red coat soon.
I mean, but that's the thing about the Handmaid's Tale. The wives were miserable.
Yeah.
The handmaids were miserable. The Marthas were miserable. It didn't matter what you were, or they were
No.
all miserable.
If you're a
And the
woman,
men
yeah.
didn't care. Like it wasn't like, oh, the wives are allowed to read because they supported us getting here. No, nobody was allowed to read.
Yeah.
Like
No.
there was no favoritism. There's not, that's what I'm saying. Like there's not any favoritism towards you if you further the patriarchy agenda. You're
Yeah.
still literally going to get dog walked.
Yeah. And like when is it gonna like what's it gonna take? When's it gonna click? You know,
Mhm.
what do you have to lose? What do you have to see? Because like the things that we're seeing, like I question people's like humanity. If you're just like, nah, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Like, what do you have to see for
Mhm.
it to like stop being okay? Like, what makes it not okay? Like,
Mhm.
I don't know. Everybody's like, I understand that everybody has like a limit, but
Mhm.
like, I feel like collectively, if we're not all reaching our limit, then like we're about to start losing everything. It's like it's getting very like serious. Like it's not funny. Like it's not funny to be like, "Oh yeah, nurses aren't professional anymore." And "Oh yeah, like oh, well women shouldn't really have credit cards anymore. And why do they need to be on the mortgage loans?" It's like this is a recipe for abuse, for violence, for like violence against women, children, you
Right.
know?
Whenever people question that, when they're like, oh, why would a woman need a credit card or why would a woman need to be on the mortgage? Ask yourself, well, why did they feel like they needed to be able to? Why did they change it to where you could?
Yeah.
There's a reason. It's
They were getting
because
unalived.
it's because like there's a lot of men in this world that are not gonna treat you well if they have any leverage on you.
Yeah. And every time we do, we die. So, I mean, what, it's like freedom or death? Like, where do we live? Like, what?
And I mean, this is so evident, and this is evident in just so many areas. I mean, one of them being, like we'll use healthcare for an example. If a man goes in and has to have any kind of even mildly uncomfortable procedure, they're
Hmm.
offered pain medicine and stuff. And tell me why I have to be the one to ask my patients, psych. I have to be the one to ask my patients, like, hey, um, when was your last pap smear? Oh, do you not go get them because you're really anxious because you have trauma? Oh,
Hmm.
can you have a ride home from your pap smear? Okay, well, can I give you some anxiety medication? Can I give you a Valium or a Xanax to take so that you could go get a pap smear?
Right.
Okay, tell me why those aren't just standard conversations with your gynecologist.
Literally. Literally.
would you like some pain control while you get your pap smear? Like,
Hmm.
would you like some anxiety prophylaxis as long as you can have a ride home? You
Right.
know, like safety first, obviously, but why are we not talking about these things? And that's something we have to get done every year to every 3 years, depending on like what your doctor recommends, whatever.
Yeah.
But those are things we have to get those done like, you have to get that done minimum probably 20 times in your life.
Hmm.
And some women like literally don't get it done because it's just so uncomfortable and traumatizing and stuff.
Yeah. Well, and let alone, even if you have a positive visit, then you get berated by your insurance company. Like I had positive visits this
Mhm.
year, but every fucking doctor's visit I've had, it's like, well, n now the insurance doesn't cover all of this. So now it's like, okay, well, I'm not paying it. So I guess I'm not going to that doctor that I had a really good experience with because now my insurance won't cover it.
Mhm.
It's just, it's endless. So yeah, no, I don't want to get a pap smear and I don't want to do this because I don't care to
Mhm.
argue with people like, guess I'll see how long I live. I don't know.
Mhm.
What? Like, fingers crossed. Just keep taking my vitamins. Like,
Yeah, let me just keep taking my vitamins. But yeah, just the difference in the way that men are treated in the medical kind of arena, it's like they just everybody kind of like tiptoes around them. It's like, what do you need? What do you want? Like, what can we do for you? What can we do for you to like make sure that you'll come get this procedure? But nobody is checking on if you go 5 years without having a pap smear, your gynecologist isn't calling you up saying, "Hey, is there like a reason that you haven't come in for
yeah.
this test that's very, 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 very important?" And because they check like your boobs when you're there for lumps and bumps, and
Mm-hmm.
they do like a visual inspection. A lot of women get contraceptive care that way. A lot of women get treated for STDs,
Yeah.
when they go in for those visits and stuff. And it's like insane to me.
Yeah. I mean, same with like when they did the birth control on men and they started to have all the same side effects that we do. So they just stopped.
Right?
It's like, are we fucking lab rats? Like, what? You just stop because they started crying and
Yeah.
like being emotional? But we can, I mean, now the depot shot that became very popular.
Oh my God.
Hee hee ha ha. Oh no, brain tumors. Like, what?
I haven't
What?
seen that study. I just, everybody that I have ever talked to or spoke to who got the depot shot has been like, okay, I either gained so much weight
Hmm.
or some other like, or like bad mental health.
Yeah, apparently there's
Horrendous
a new
stuff.
correlation between the depot shot and like a very specific brain tumor.
Well, I'm gonna get my brain tumor from drinking Diet Coke. Thank you very much.
Literally.
I am gonna be getting it
No,
from
I'm like
that.
that is like Luke's like thing where he's like doesn't want me to drink diet soda and I'm like, guess what? I don't care anymore.
Guess what, Luke? This is my one thing, my one vice.
I
My
want a scratchy drink that doesn't have 50 grams of sugar. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
They don't care if I
My
get brain cancer.
my body, my choice, which I feel like I want to say that we're lucky because we're both married to very much like your body, your choice type of men. So I
Yeah.
want to say that we're lucky, but no, that's literal basic human decency.
So the bar's on the floor.
The bar is in
Like
hell.
no, and I'm like I love my husband, but like he knows this. I'm not gonna like give you compliments for like treating me like a human.
Mhm.
Like like treating me the way that my girlfriends do every day. Like
Mhm.
as you should. Like it's like the extra stuff is the
Yeah,
stuff that you'll get compliments for.
yeah,
Like
same. And I don't expect, and
like
I also like in turn don't expect that from him.
exactly.
When
Exactly.
I'm just being a wife and I'm just like being a decent person, I don't expect to be like, oh, thanks for doing the laundry, because when
Hmm.
he cleans the toilets, I'm not like, I mean, I might say thanks for cleaning the toilets, but I'm not like gushing about it. I'm not like, some
Oh yeah.
some people are like posting on Facebook about it. They're like, "Oh my God,
Oh my
can't
God,
you do a
yeah.
clean house?" I'm like, "Are you okay?
Literally.
Are
You
you
should. You should.
are you good? Yeah,
Yeah.
all right
No,
there."
yeah, like we definitely move in gratitude. Like we definitely,
For sure.
because parenthood and cleaning a house is very a thankless job, you
Mhm.
know? But like I'm not gonna like say thank you for like being nice to me or
Mhm.
thank you for like, not like barking at me.
Oh, right.
I'm
No.
not ever gonna like we should just be friends. Like we
That's
should
the
just be
that
vibing.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm expecting
hmm
I'm not ever expecting you to not
Yeah.
speak to me.
Like I used to be in a marriage where I was like, I'm so glad I didn't cry today. Like, I'm so glad you didn't make me cry today. Thank you. I'm so glad you didn't give me the silence treatment the whole way home in the car ride. That was so, like, the fuck? But all I remember, like, in my first marriage was like, I'm too pretty for prison. I'm too
That's
pretty
why
for
he had to
prison.
marry you when you were so young. Because
Oh my God.
think if he would have tried to talk to you like now,
Yeah, no.
I wouldn't even
I mean, even when we were divorcing, he was sobbing and I was hysterically laughing. Like, get up and get out.
I
Like,
wouldn't
what
even
are you
talk.
doing?
I wouldn't even talk to most of my exes. Like
Yeah.
if I didn't know them and they like tried to talk to me
Oh my
at
God, yeah. No.
somewhere, I would probably no.
No, I would never speak to him. Even if I'm looking him right in the face, I won't be speaking to him.
Speaking around him,
Exactly.
just like I
Speak
gotta
to
go.
anybody else,
But I
anything
think
else, I'm gonna leave.
that is one reason why I think that men love younger women.
Absolutely.
Because it's
Or older woman. Any woman that is like in that perpetual state of like desperation. And oh my God, I have you watched the new season of Mormon Wives yet?
girl, no, I didn't even finish season two.
Oh my God, you gotta watch. But just the stuff that they're going through is like when I watch the relationship dynamics, I'm like, you guys would not be in any of these situations if you just didn't get married when you were 18 years old and
Hmm.
had children as soon as you could. Because this just like, I mean, everything that we talk about every week, it all goes hand in hand, the
Hmm.
church and the education. It's like, it's all just like very patriarchal and oppressive.
And it
And
doesn't
it's
have to
all
be that
geared.
way, you know, like
No,
it just
it
really doesn't.
shouldn't be
And
that
I think
way.
that's why it's so annoying, is because it doesn't have to be this way. Like the way that this country functions, it doesn't have to be functioning like this.
Yeah.
Nobody nobody seems to really enjoy the way that things go here. Like people don't seem to be like ecstatic about the way that things go. So it's like, why not shake it up a bit, you know?
Yeah, no, it's time
Like
for new leadership. It's time for women leadership. It's time for women to be the bosses. Let's just have a trial. How about we just have a
exactly.
1 year trial?
Exactly.
1 year where every single person has to be a woman in charge. And let's just see what happens. Let's just see.
Let's see what happens.
I bet you it'll be a better year than this year.
Let's just see what happens.
I got an
I,
inkling.
I mean, as a woman who works in psychiatry and has patients of both sexes, I cannot believe that people are still so stuck on this women are so emotional thing. Baby,
Where? Like,
women aren't the only ones who are emotional.
and maybe like Google reactive abuse. Maybe. Maybe
Women
just,
are not the only
yeah.
ones who are emotional. And I'm not saying women aren't emotional because we are, and we're on a very um intense cycle.
hmm
Our cycle plays a big role in how we feel on the day to day, and we're on a really kind of roller coaster ride all month, all
hmm
our lives really, because you go through puberty and then you're in your menstrual cycle for many years, and then a lot of women will have pregnancies also while they're in their childbearing years, and then you go into perimenopause and then menopause. It's a lot.
hmm
It's a lot, and men, they go through puberty and then they're the same from there on out.
Yeah.
So women have a lot more going on hormonally
Yeah.
and all of that. But yeah, the women are so emotional thing kills me. 'Cause
Yeah.
for only having one hormone that is in control all the time, which for men it's testosterone, is in control all the time.
Hmm.
A lot of
Well, and guess
lot of
what?
big
When we're,
feelings.
yeah, and when we're on our periods, that's when our testosterone is the highest. So the
Is
fuck?
that true?
Hmm.
Oh, I don't know too much about like that.
So like the peaks and the jumps, yeah.
Yeah,
Estrogen's the
I don't know
highest when
that
we're
much
like
about like
ovulating.
what hormone is which hormone's in control when you're in luteal, which hormone's in control. Estrogen has to be in control when you're in your follicular, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Because estrogen is like makes you, you know, pretty and stuff.
When,
Estrogen drops out when you're in your luteal, I think, and that's or in your menstrual or luteal because that's why your ADHD meds don't work during that time.
right, okay.
So when the estrogen crashes out, you do too.
After your period ends, estrogen levels start to climb again, and you may feel an increase in energy, and that's follicular phase.
Yeah.
Ovulation, estrogen levels peak just before ovulation, which I am like at my fucking best. Like I am the strongest star of the light when I am ovulating. So you know what? Maybe men should start taking estrogen. Because you know what women aren't? Women
But they can
usually
have some
aren't,
boobs.
as they should.
They can have boobs.
It's so crazy how women are emotional, but they're not usually family annihilators, and they're not usually mass shooters.
Or pedophiles.
Sometimes they are.
Or sometimes, yes.
Sometimes they are. Yeah, sometimes they are family annihilators,
Yeah.
sometimes they are.
Yeah.
But most of the time they're not.
I'm not.
And when you think of it in your head and you close your eyes and you see a bald man, that's what you envision when you think of these things. You can see it in your eyes when you close your eyes and you like, if I was like, draw a picture right now, if
Mhm.
I asked ChatGPT, show me a picture of what this looks like, I'm sure we'd all have the same image
Mhm.
in our head right now. And that answers all of the questions that I have. So yeah, I don't fuck
Well,
with you. I don't fuck with you, man.
we think that next year could potentially be better based off
It
of
will
the
be.
snake horse. Explain the snake horse because I've been blabbing my mouth about this Department of Education that we don't know if we have or not.
Okay, so do you know your Chinese
Oh
new
yeah, I'm a
like
snake, honey. Me and Taylor
oh,
Swift.
period. Okay, so
Yeah, me
she's
and
a
Taylor
snake.
Swift are snakes, honey.
Yeah, okay. So right now we're in the year of the snake
Hmm.
and it's like very much like shedding your skin. It's been like a very heavy year, basically based off of the animal is kind of like the element of the theme and the element of the year that you're going to have. So next year is the year of the horse, and horses are like very forward motion, very like it might be a little agitated, it might be a little okay, we got to go, like very kind of rush energy, but it's going to be very positive, very like free feeling, probably like a lot of new beginnings. This year definitely feels kind of like I mean, maybe for me specifically, but it feels very like a completion year, like the ending of things. Like I definitely
I
have that.
can relate to the snake thing. I feel like I've been slithering
Yeah,
around, you know,
slithering, hiding in holes.
slithering around and you know, crawling around on my belly and stuff. Like it's, yeah, I feel like yeah, I feel
I'm a
like that.
snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say like obviously I have to like post for social media and stuff, but like I have spent like so much of this year in like pajamas, comfy clothes, no makeup, like so yeah, I'll be interested to see if next year if I like am getting dressed.
You're helping out
Am I
with
going to
more.
work? Am I putting outfits on? What's
Yeah.
happening? What does life look like?
Yeah.
Business casual? Business on the
You might
top?
catch us on something like I'm always wearing these pajamas on the podcast. You're not wearing the camo hoodie, but you usually do.
I'm wearing a fuzzy hoodie.
You might catch us on some new fits on the
Yeah,
pod. Who knows?
who knows? Who knows what life's gonna. I'm excited though. I feel like I always have better years on even years.
Okay.
Like, yeah. Well, yeah, no, yeah. I feel like everything just like flows more for me. And I'm excited because my birthday is the 26th. So I feel like 26, the year
Yeah.
26, it's like pretty exciting.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
26th day of the 26th year. I mean, I
Pretty
don't
cool.
see any reason to assume anything other than that next year will be majestic.
Yeah.
Um,
Aside from our our rights as women, fingers crossed.
aside from that, like, I feel like the last 5 years have been horrible.
Yeah,
No?
it's been spooky. I was speaking to my friend that lives in Europe and he was like, "What the fuck's going on?" He's like, when are you getting out of there?" I'm like, "I don't feel like I can just like leave." Like I don't feel and he was like, "Well, you might want to before you can't." And then he asked me, he was like, "Can you do me a favor?" And I was like, "Sure." And he's like, "Just look up like how many mass shootings there's been in like, you know, based off of like he lives in the Netherlands and he was like just in the US and the number was shocking. It was like it's like over 500
Of all time or this year?
this year. And
Good.
I'm just like, how and when and what? There's so many that we don't even know about all of
Right.
them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Well,
like it's a little, I mean, it's not a little, it's very alarming that like
I
what's
just
it
want
gonna
our
take?
listener, I want our listeners to know that if we do end up going full handmaids, that
Me and Hannah are dead first. That's for sure. We're going to the colonies and we'll see you there.
they're imagine the people who are like organizing the Handmaid's Tale listening to our podcast and they're like, we gotta take these two fuckers down first.
Right to the colonies.
Yeah, and their husbands take them
Oh my
quickly.
God.
Yeah, we'll see you in the colonies for sure.
Yeah, no.
I will bring to the colonies
Yeah, pick your item.
as as much as much medication as
Oh, so
I
good.
can fit in nature's pocket, and
Hmm.
we can at least have one good going out.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring some lip oil and some bras. I have so many bras.
I don't think we're gonna need bras in the
Do you
colonies.
think they're allowed? Are you allowed to wear a bra?
Shoot, I don't know. Help us, help us. Speaking of colonies,
SOS.
no, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande look like they've been to the colonies.
Truly,
Well, they do
respectfully,
though.
truly.
Like,
Yeah, like what's
have you
going
seen
on?
Wicked for Good?
No, me and Shannon are gonna see it on Monday.
I haven't seen it either. I want to see it.
Yeah,
Can't wait to hear about it. But why every time they go on press tour, why do they act
like that.
the way the way they do? What do you think? Why do they look like that and why do they act like that?
I have to believe that they are so immersed in Oz that like it just must be so like remember Lady Gaga when she was in um the movie with Bradley Cooper? And
Mhm.
she had to like she's well she has said in an interview that she had to like immediately dye her hair and get out of those clothes because she was so immersed. And I hear about this happening with like a lot of actors where they become so immersed that they have to like do something extreme like maybe even seek like inpatient care and stuff. And I could see it being something like that. I mean, can you imagine living in Oz for 2 years? Like
Oh
where
no.
you are a wicked witch and a princess that like you are a fool. Like I can't imagine living like that.
No, I can't imagine living like that, but I feel like it's something more sinister. I really do.
Oh no.
I really think that there might be some disordered eating
Mm-hmm.
going on. And
Well, whatever they're doing, they're definitely doing together, which is always alarming.
the amount of tattoos that they've gotten is giving impulsivity a little bit. Because
Yeah.
let's see how many I could Let me see how many it is. I want to say they've gotten like 20 something tattoos together. How many matching
I did
tattoos?
not know that. That's actually
Well, I
wild.
could be wrong. I want to fact check that.
I don't know though, because Hannah,
Oh, okay.
if
See, I'm wrong.
if we were together for 2 years consecutively, we might get 20 tattoos together.
No, they have at least four matching.
Mm,
Um, but this one's really fucking weird. Okay, each has a heart tattooed on the back of her ankle. Ariana's has an E for Elphaba, and Cynthia's has a G for Glinda.
wow.
And then they have a secret tattoo with a more intense meaning. Okay, so according to a recent, let's see, according to a recent interview, in a New York Times interview, Arrivo noted that she and Grande got many tattoos together.
Mm,
So we don't know how many. And that's just giving something strange to me. Like, how many people do you
yeah.
know that have more than two matching tattoos with the same person?
Yeah, I don't know anybody.
I just feel like they're like, I feel like Ariana and Cynthia have like the most matching tattoos of any couple ever.
That
Okay.
will be interesting. Will they ultimately become like together, you think?
I
I
think
wonder.
they already are.
You think?
I do. Um, Ariana
Slay.
has more than 60 tattoos.
Wow. Oh yeah, 'cause she likes the littles, like the little.
Yeah. Yeah. But
I never.
they just, they don't look well.
Mm-mm.
And
And
they
I
don't,
I hope that that changes now that they're
I
like
hope so too.
getting out of. But I also don't really understand because like Idina Menzel was like never like she's always like very healthy. She played Elphaba like in
Mhm.
the and she was always looked very healthy. So I don't know like maybe if they were obviously training together and maybe had like somebody some kind of coach. I mean, I know there's so many people. They are the two people that we see, but there's so many people behind them that are with them every day, like dictating how their day looks. They have publicists, they have trainers, nutritionists, like it goes on and on. Like there's
Mhm.
probably behind both of these women, probably like a team of 30 people.
Well, if there's a psychologist, I think they need to be fired because
Yeah.
those women are in such a heightened emotional state.
Hmm.
It's wild.
Yeah, it's definitely like alarming for sure. And even in the movie, I was like, oh, they're like friends. Like, but they are kind of like jerky friends. Like, do they as soon as I watched the movie, I thought to myself, do they are they being so overly nice to each other because in the movie they're not really nice to each other? So they want people to know like they really like each other and they really care about each other because in the movie they're like sassy and kind of mean to each other and kind of sharp with each other. So maybe if they carried out that energy, would it have become like their, the stories would have been spun about them if they weren't like this way with each other? Was
That's
maybe
a
my thought.
possibility, but again, I don't think anybody's ever done that, in a movie press tour. Just like with
Yeah.
the amount of matching tattoos, it's like, yeah, I can definitely see like two people working on the same movie. They get really close, they spend so much time together, and they go get a matching tattoo. I can see it. That seems
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah,
Many
no, that this
matching
experience is
tattoos,
like,
and like you're both look like you haven't. They look like they're not sleeping and they're not eating. That's what they look like.
mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
why? You are millionaires.
Yeah.
Why aren't you sleeping and eating? Is she still with that Ethan guy?
She says she is, but they're
Ah,
never
that
together.
is such a weird situation to me also.
Yeah. He had like a baby and a wife, like,
That is weird.
and also,
He's ugly as fuck.
thank you. It
Yeah.
just doesn't do it for
He
us at
is
all.
no.
Also, like I it took me a while to watch the Wicked movie because like I just needed like a friend to watch it with. It's definitely to me it's like a friend movie. I can't really watch it like by myself. Like I need, someone to like enjoy the show with because it's
Mhm.
very like musical and I just have never been the kind of person that can go to those things by myself. But nonetheless, I'm just kind of like over the whole like I like the movies and I'm excited to go see the second movie, but I'm kind of like over it, like as much as I want to see it, I want it to be over also.
Well, this is it.
Yeah,
This is
I'm
it.
ready. I'm ready for apparently she's gonna be in American Horror Story. That'll be really cool. I'm just excited for like different things. Like this character is just like it's been a long time and I
They
know that
both look like they belong in American Horror Story right now at this point. Are they both going to be in it?
no. No, I
Okay.
don't know what Cynthia's gonna she's probably gonna go back to like probably more musical stuff. And I think that Ariana's gonna stay acting. She has like quite a few projects in the works. So, and I know American Horror Story from what I've heard from other actors. Well, not me heard, but like interviews and stuff. They say that the working for Ryan Murphy, it's like 16-hour days. Like when you do those shows, like the American
Oh,
Horror Story shows, they're long, long days.
wow.
So she'll probably go into like a whole new character now if she's doing
Mhm.
that. And what's his name's gonna be on there? He played, oh my gosh, what's his name? Edward? No. Oh man, I can't remember his name. American Horror Story. What is your name? Evan Peters. Thank you.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, he's gonna be on there, so I think that'll be interesting to like see. It's a lot of the OGs, and I love the OG American Horror Story.
I
The new
hope
one
that
was too scary.
I hope that she eats.
Yeah. And I was thinking of All's Fair too. Me and Hannah, we have shows that we love right now.
Yeah, yeah, All's Fair. I'm watching All's Fair. I'm also watching All Her Fault. Are you watching that?
I did look up the ending because, the premise of it, I was like, I can't have something really bad happen to the little boy,
Oh,
because
okay.
of like
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
son. So yeah, so I did look up the ending and I am gonna watch it because I'm happy with the ending. So I'll
Okay.
watch it.
Okay. Sounds good. Perfect. Then there's one other show.
Oh, I Love LA. We
Oh
started that
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Oh my gosh, that is
If you guys like Broad City, like girl comedy, you guys will love I love
LA.
that. Oh my God. Oh my God. I think there's a new episode. I need to watch that.
I've only watched the first two. You just reminded me. Yeah, I need to watch
Yeah,
that. Yes.
it's a good one.
Slay. Slay. So at least we have good entertainment to keep us distracted
As we lose the matriarchy, at least we're
from
being
all of
entertained.
this.
Please
Whatever.
don't take the arts, sir. Please leave the
And
arts
by
for
the
us.
arts, we mean trash TV.
Please, I need my shows.
Yeah,
Don't take my shows.
can we watch HBO in the colonies?
Please, I just need my shows. Oh my gosh. Well, guys, I need to go to bed, and I love you all so much, and hopefully I'll see you maybe after I'm done school, depending on how quickly I can get this up.
Yeah, we'll see y'all again.
We'll see you
See all
soon.
of our viewers again sometime. We'll see you guys sometime.
We'll see you so soon.